Hello, and welcome to Inspired by Our Wellness, the Stress Relief channel. This is episode 2. If you missed the introduction before episode 1, please go back if you have any questions on Inspired by Our Wellness, the Stress Relief Center, or if you have any questions about me or what these videos are going to be about. In each video, I do 3 stress relieving techniques to help you maintain yourself as the ultimate you. So now, let's begin. Everything starts with a breath. Let's do a mood lifter. The last episode I did a mood lifter. This one's a little bit different. A mood lifter is a series of yoga poses that help you to lift your mood, to move the energy, to help you to relieve the energy's tension and allow them to become unblocked. So when you're breathing, you need to breathe in really deep and visualize yourself breathing in as if you're breathing through a giant balloon, okay? You're breathing through the whole body. You're feeling the energy surrounding the outer layer of the skin. As you breathe out, you're forcing all the tension out as if you're cleansing your soul. Nice deep inhale, breathe in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, cleanse out the breath, kind of like you're fogging a car window or you're cleaning your glasses. Finding your breath in the cold. The deeper you flow your breath out, the deeper you can breathe back in, vice versa. So let's just take a moment within the breath. Finding your center within your breath, reach the arms out to either side. Now we'll begin the mood lifter. So take your hands and pull them up to the sky. When your hands are up to the sky, it allows you to draw in positive energy. So just take a moment here. Your body is shaped like a cross. Take a moment, nice deep inhale. As you inhale, flow the palms up, bringing them together. Nice deep exhale, flow the palms down. Bring the palms back up. Nice deep inhale, draw the palms up. Make sure that your bicep is close to your ears. Nice deep exhale, flow the palms back down. One more big inhale, reach the arms up overhead. When you exhale, tilt the body to one side. Now when you tilt the body to one side, it's strenuous enough for your palms to be held together. If you need a bigger stretch, hold on to the wrist and give yourself a big stretch for the side of the body. This will help you to relieve tension. Take 3 full breaths. Once you're taking your 3rd out breath, come back to the center. Reach the arms out even further. Open up one time to lift the heart, opening the lungs even more. Pull the palms back together. As you're breathing out, tilt to the opposite side, stretching out the entire side of the body. If you took that big stretch, stretch the same way for the other side. Even if it's uncomfortable, just take a few breaths. If you're uncomfortable, come out of the pose a little bit. You don't need to hold on for very long, just 3 full breaths. If you want to do longer, 5 breaths is good too. 3 to 5 breaths we hold poses for. Take a moment, nice deep inhale. One last time, big stretch, and pull the palms down the center. Just take a moment, adjust the shoulders, take a breath. You could tilt the head from side to side if you need to release any tension within. Take a nice big inhale, breathing for the heart. So when we have our energy centered with the palms at the heart, take a nice big inhale, breathing in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, cleanse out the breath as if you are releasing all the tension out of your soul. Now that mood lifter you can do anywhere you need to. You could do it for as many times as you'd like. You can hold it for as many breaths as you like. As you start to do mood lifters, you'll see that you can hold the breath for a little bit longer within the breath. So you breathe in, you pause the breath for a moment, you breathe out. Most people start to develop their prana, drawing the breath in for a little bit longer, pausing the breath for the same amount of time, and then they breathe out, cleansing for the same amount of time. Once you start to develop your skill in breathing nice and deep and breathing cleansingly, you'll know exactly what your body needs. So this morning when I woke up, I realized that I had a whole lot of tension in my ribs because I slept kind of weird, right? So I woke up and I'm like, oh, something going on within my ribs. So I needed to do a nice stretch for the side of the ribs. So now I feel a little bit better, actually. And I have a few yoga classes I'm teaching today, so I'm sure I'll feel top notch. But that's for other people. This is for me. So now the second technique that I'm going to show you is trying to figure yourself out by taking a pen and a piece of paper, drawing a line down the middle of the paper. You're going to write on one side, healthy crutches. You're going to write on the other side, unhealthy crutches. And these are the things that we tend to do to sustain our life, right, as a functioning human being. Now, I say to start with the healthy crutches because you need to give yourself a whole lot of credit on a daily basis to continue on. And then do the opposing side. So let's say your healthy crutches, you take walks, right? Your unhealthy crutch would be that you don't walk long enough, or that you're not reaching your destination, or you're not walking at all. You're just deciding to take a walk, and then you never actually get there to take the walk. Or something always comes up, or you're feeling like, maybe the weather is not good, and you're just coming up with excuses at this point, and that's never good. So then you also have some people drink too much iced tea and they want to drink more water. So you'd drink the right amount of water to be hydrated, as opposed to drinking too much tea. So you're just trying to figure yourself out. So a lot of people like to say, eat more root vegetables for inflammation. And then they'll say, stop eating chips and French fries, things like that. Then we have things like finding yourself within a moment instead of finding yourself on your phone on social media. You have to figure out what your happy medium is. So you're going to figure out what your healthy crutches are, give yourself a whole lot of credit for having some, and then try to figure out what is going on the other end that you might not be so happy with. You know what I'm saying? So this way you could try to find a balance for your ultimate self. Now, I wrote a book that pertains to this type of logging and this type of perseverance. It's called My Perseverance Logbook. It's a trio of logs designed to help you figure yourself out, especially in tough times. So when a person is mentally debilitated, or they are feeling just disconnected from themselves, because a lot of things happen in our lives, the best thing you can do for yourself is just try to figure yourself out. So I am a wellness coach, if you will. I'm not perfect. There's things that I do that are, I always say, genetically transferred to me from birth. But I have figured out how to trick myself into stop doing those things altogether. It's no easy task trying to trick yourself, but once you make that list and you try to determine, your good from your bad, things that you want to change, things that you like, that sustain you as your ultimate self, that's when you would start to take those items on your list, those things that you need as a routine, as things that make you have joy. Once you establish all of those you put them in a separate list and connecting them as a whole. So this way, once you start to do your perseverance log, which is a daily log that you use to track what you're doing, make sure that you're reaching your goals, giving yourself credit where it's deserved, and trying to maintain the ultimate you. There's also an assessment log and a journaling section and a scribbling section within the book. This book is called My Perseverance Logbook. It's by Jennifer Rose, and you can find it on Amazon. The next technique that I'm going to tell you about is meditation. So within meditation, it's important to know what your main focus is. There's a lot of people who meditate for different reasons. There's also different types of meditation. Now, I usually tell people that if you're having trouble doing certain things in your daily life, or you're finding yourself doing things within your daily life that you're kind of just swimming past because they're so routine, you don't even realize how you finished it or how you got it done or how you got to your destination. That's just your brain taking off on its own in a little meditative way, trying to force you to meditate. And this happens at the wrong time. So when you're not meditating, your brain is automatically going to do it. And it does it sometimes at the wrong time. Like when you're in a conversation with someone and you realize that you are not the type of person to not pay attention when someone's speaking. But at this point, you're just like, what was the last word they said? Can I gather any information before I am supposed to respond? Because I was supposed to be listening, and my brain was just melting away. It just off in another space, another place within your mind. That is your brain trying to find your meditative mind, and it usually does it at the wrong time. So trying to find your meditative mind is only good when you're actually trying to meditate. So trying to meditate, like, when you first almost get out of bed, you're like right to the point where you're about to get out of bed, that's a good time to start meditating. When you come home from work and you just want to lie down, instead of picking up the phone and being on, your phone, or catching up on your TV shows, or doing your next task at hand as soon as you get home, just give yourself a few minutes. All it takes is a few minutes. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 25 minutes. Just make sure that you give yourself that time to just be one with yourself. Now, I spoke about the meditative mind in the last episode, but I'll go over it more while we're meditating. So when you're meditating, you can lie down if you like, flat. You can, like when you're about to go to sleep and you're trying to fall asleep, that's a really good time to meditate. You'll find yourself actually falling asleep after you're done concentrating. And meditation is a form of sleep, so in order to concentrate, and you actually concentrate, that's perfect. But then to fall asleep, it's much better for the body when you're waking yourself up out of your meditative practice. But if you're waking up out of sleep from meditating, sometimes that's good too. Just don't give yourself a hard time about falling asleep during meditation. I did it for the first 2 years that I started meditating, and I had to learn not to give myself trouble for it, because I was like, I just need to stay awake for meditation. Sleep is a form of meditation. Prayer is a form of meditation. So your intent during meditation should always be just being mindful. That means being one with yourself within your mind, staying in control of your breath, staying in control of your thoughts. I have a lot of people who come into my studio and they just want to connect themselves to themselves as a spiritual whole, connecting themselves to their spirituality, which they never get to connect to. I have people who want to further dive into their religious state of mind through spirituality, and that's great. You can do that. Some people have trouble with their religious thought process because they're not connected to themselves as a whole, which clogs them up and causes them to be a little bit distracted while they're trying to connect themselves to their God. I always tell people that it's important to connect yourself to yourself as a whole, mentally and physically, getting yourself connected so you can further connect yourself to your religious beliefs. If you're not connected, you're not praying correctly, you're losing concentration, and you're not taking that full connection that you need. When you have a full connection, especially within spirituality and your religious beliefs, you're looking for that sense of poise. You're looking for that sense of calm. It kind of feels like you have a tingling sensation that surrounds your head. It lets you know that you're connecting on a deep level to your intent. So if these are the types of things that you want to practice during meditation, that's great. If you want to just try to learn how to connect your breath so eventually you can get spiritual, or you can find a little bit more comfort where you're not comfortable within maybe some religion, try to keep your focus. That's it. And it all starts with a breath. So whether you're lying down or you're sitting up, I have some people who they try to meditate when they're walking and they're sleeping, and they're doing dishes, or they're just trying to just clear their mind, be within their meditative mind, especially when doing tasks, is okay. It can get a little dangerous, so you would just want to make sure that you're a little bit comfortable with meditation before you start doing things like that. So find your most comfortable seated position, which could be in lotus, which would be Indian style to most people. Or you can just lie down, like you're taking a nap in corpse pose. I'm going to guide you through a visualization meditation. So as you start to focus your meditative mind, you're just breathing nice and deeply within your position. Breathe in as if you're breathing through the whole body. Keeping the eyes closed, you melt down into your position. So nice deep inhale, breathe in as if you're breathing through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, try to melt and ground yourself down as you take your breaths. Establishing our meditative mind is as easy as finding comfort within the mind with whatever you are seeing, without whatever you are feeling. So you can visualize a space within your mind, if you like, that you've been in real life, a place that you've already established in your meditative mind. For me, when I first started, it was me on a beach in the middle of sunrise with nobody around, and I'm just lying on my yoga mat trying to take a second, just breathing with the waves. A lot of the people that I teach how to meditate love it when they breathe in like a wave, and then they breathe out and visualize their breath just flowing in and out rhythmically and consistently, as if it's the waves of the ocean. So just keep that breath coming in and out, filling up the body, and then releasing out and melting you down into the mat. With every breath in, we fill up the entire body. With every breath out, we melt down into the mat. So usually I let the person just enjoy their meditative mind for a few minutes, just to establish it. Understand how they're feeling. Now, if you're having any thoughts, it's okay to have thoughts, and it's normal for the mind to rebel against you. When that happens, you just take a deep inhale, visualize the thoughts as a cloud within your mind's sky. You're going to take a look at the thought, see if it's relevant to this moment. If it belongs in this moment, take a look at the thought and then understand it. Or just take a look at the thought, appreciate it, push it off to the side. If you're having thoughts that don't belong in this moment, visualize it as a cloud within your mind's sky and push it off to the side until later. Take a nice deep inhale, breathe in within this moment. Nice deep exhale, cleanse the breath out. Nice deep inhale, breathe in as if you're breathing through every cell of the body, like they're tiny little balloons. As you breathe out, clear out every cell, like you're cleansing out your soul. Sometimes a really deep, rushing breath out helps to clear out the soul, cleanse out the body. Take a nice deep inhale, breathe in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, cleanse the breath out. Nice deep inhale, breathe in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, release as if you're giving all your stress away. Now we're going to start to visualize the energy just flowing straight into the crown of the head, into the head as you breathe. Nice deep exhale, visualize a block at the throat where it just stays there. You're forcing the energy to stay. As you breathe in, you're breathing in through the head. Nice deep exhale, force that energy to stay within. Nice deep inhale, breathe in through the crown of the head, illuminating an energy within the crown. A lot of people can visualize it as a tingling sensation, just a feeling. A lot of people see it as a light of energy. That's wonderful too. But if you breathe in through your nose, sometimes you can fill the crown a lot faster. Nice deep exhale and force it to stay. Nice deep inhale, breathe in through the crown. Visualize the energy illuminating around the crown of the head. Nice deep exhale, and we're just gonna force that energy down to the toes. So we're flowing, and visualize the energy moving down to the toes like a crashing wave. As you breathe in, you're gonna breathe in and visualize the energy moving back up to the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, visualize the energy crashing down to the toes as you breathe out. Nice deep inhale, draw that energy back up to the crown of the head. Nice deep exhale, force it down to the toes. Now you might notice that your body's twitching a little bit when this happens, and that's just the energy releasing from its blocked crevices. So nice deep inhale, we always breathe in and go up to the crown of the head. Visualize the energy flowing down to the toes as you breathe out. Nice deep inhale, draw that energy up to the crown of the head. Visualize the energy illuminating within the crown. Nice deep exhale, force the energy down to the toes. Visualize the energy within the toes. Now you're breathing at your own pace. Everybody's lungs are different sizes. We flow a lot differently. Just make sure you're taking your full breaths. Concentrating as you go, visualizing the energy crashing up and down the body. Nice big breaths. And this clears out the blood, the glands, the cells, the blocked energy. It releases all the tension within. And when you're ready, allow that energy to just mellow and settle down like a low tide. Allowing the energy to settle, you take a nice deep inhale, breathing in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, breathe out and cleanse out the breath. Nice deep inhale, breathe in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, cleanse out the whole breath. Nice deep inhale, visualize the energy just flowing into the lungs, protruding out and releasing through the outer layer of your skin. Nice deep exhale, melt down into your position, visualizing yourself just rooting down and grounding as deep as you can. Give yourself a moment or two. Usually about 2 minutes really helps to enjoy the meditative mind. So just take a moment within. Make sure you're taking your mindful breaths. You're practicing and focusing your intent. At this point, this is when people start to use their prayer. They start to focus their intent. They start to say their affirmations. Today's affirmation was actually, I can't always control what goes on the outside, but I can always control what goes on the inside. And there's so much truth in that statement. So nice deep inhale, breathe in through the whole body. Nice deep exhale, melt down. Now when you wake up out of meditative state, because it's a form of sleep, you keep the eyes closed. You stay within the moment within your body. Then you start to wiggle the fingers and toes a little bit to get the sensations going. When you do this, you can feel little tingling sensations running up and down your limbs. When that happens, you're waking up your physical body. You're going to want to feel a rejuvenating feeling. When that happens, reach the arms straight up overhead, big, big stretch, all the way past the ears. You can point your toes, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, roll around the wrists. We're still keeping our eyes closed though. Feeling that rejuvenating feeling. And then when you feel like you've had that rejuvenating feeling and you need some comfort, you can draw your knees up to your chest and give yourself a hug, whether you're sitting down or lying down. Bring the knees up to the chest. If you're lying down, you can rock the body from side to side. Either way, this is when we start to open up our eyes. So we need to slowly connect our physical body to our meditative mind and our vision. Those three connecting slowly brings you to center as a whole. Take a moment within your meditative position. If there's any other poses or stretches that you feel like you might need to do because you have some tension within those muscles, just give yourself a moment to understand what you need. Now, if you're lying down, we always wake up in two ways. You would sit up at this point. In your seated position, you can lengthen your legs out if you like. You can bring the legs together, crossing them. Find your most comfortable spot. But waking up, we do it gently and slowly. We give ourselves an assessment. How is meditation for me? How can I help myself focus and maintain my focus? Give yourself a moment. Really try to understand how your muscles and your tension is feeling right now. If you feel like you need to do something like a neck roll, by all means, just do a simple neck roll. If you feel like you need to roll the shoulders around, you need to lift one shoulder to the other to relieve any tension, just give yourself a moment. You can reach straight up overhead again if you like. Anything you need to do. Just find that center, draw the energy around, pull it down the center, take a nice deep inhale for the heart, nice deep exhale, and relax. And I hope you were able to concentrate. If you weren't able to concentrate, by all means, just take a moment when you can again, hopefully every day, try and try again. And the more you do it, the better you get. I feel like at this point in my life, because I've been meditating and practicing for so long, I breathe in through my whole body, even in the weirdest of moments, and I can feel the tingling sensation that surrounds me. As I breathe out, I'm able to calm myself. I haven't had an anxiety attack in 10 years, maybe 12 years. If I do have something like an anxiety attack, it happens for a split second, and I'm able to just calm myself and come back to where I am. I haven't been laid up with depression from a post-traumatic stress disorder in quite a while. I fight and battle these types of issues on a daily basis. They didn't go away. They are still here, but I fight a good fight, and it's because I wake up every day and I always give myself an assessment to see how I'm doing. If I feel like I have any type of stress or tension or unbearable discomfort that's going to cause me to just not be able to function as a normal human being, I try everything in my power to do so. And that includes things that I eat, things that I do, my stress relieving techniques. So if you have any questions, by all means, go ahead and contact me. I am more than happy to talk to you if you'd like. I also do support groups for health and wellness, and I will post as many videos as I can, as often as I can. Thanks for watching, and I hope it helped. Bye-bye.